Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live. Today I want to talk about Caricature. And this is actually a snapshot lens called Cartoon 3D style. It can turn your face into like a cartoony face that's kind of similar to Pixar character. So you can have like a more rounded face, or sometimes if you tap, you will get like longer face. So this is usually more for male character. So if you study like a Pixar character, especially the one that's more realistic, like Pixar Soul, this piano guy, there's a bit uncanny feeling, but it's actually at the same time it's quite realistic and still cartoony. This is really, I think it's like a Pixar style. In this case, I think the character is based on the actor, Jamie Foxx. Where is he? Anyway, I think that's, yeah, but I think this character is more realistic than the main character. The main character is more cartoony, and same like with Linguini, we can see a character is realistic. Luca is more cartoony. Actually, I kind of like the design of Luca. It's more cartoony, and but when I'm thinking about Caricature, I'm thinking also like Mad Magazine. I really like how it's still realistic but also it's cartoony. It's like the satire of life. I think it's lots of mad cartoonists are really quite brilliant when caricaturizing a person's face. But anyway, I want to do it in Blender. Right, so anyway, if I took a screenshot from before, right, if I drag and drop it into Blender right away, we can see it can be like a reference. You can do it this way, so it's become an empty and you reference it in the 3D and you can paint on top of it using grease pencil, or you can also use file, import, image. Okay, I forgot to activate image planes, should be on by default. Import image as planes. So this allows you to file, import image as plane, and from the desktop we want to get our image. The same deal. Okay, this guy over here, we want to turn on texture so we can paint on top of this. But if you are doing it in the 2D animation mode, you can also do that pretty easily. So we already have like a white canvas. We can just select this guy. Oops. Select this. Control right click, paste it here. Let's see, I'm still recording. Okay, cool. You can see it's kind of stretched. However, we can start painting on it, but it's stretched. I don't like it. The way we fix it, if we go to object mode, select the camera, and under background image, this is where our image is being referenced. We want to turn it into fit. So now we can get back to grease pencil, draw mode, and start drawing. Let's test this out very quickly. I want the full screen mode, control spacebar, and I'm gonna start drawing. Oh, actually turn off this, increase the strength, turn this off, and I like to work in this mode. I'm using the iPad, if you might notice already. So the eyes, it's really up to you how you want to draw the eyes. So with this kind of thing, you know, the character, if you use the snapshot lens on your face, it's already caricaturized. Maybe you like to work this way, and all you need to do is kind of tracing it. If you take like a movie, it can become like an animation already. You perhaps just wanna trace every 4 or 3 frames, and hopefully we get something. It's just an idea. Tracing can be fun. I mean, it's tedious, but It's like a meditative, like a therapy, you know. When tracing, you know that you are doing something and you're just doing tracing and nothing else, and it's kind of relaxing. You can play music. I'm not gonna play music because it might be copyrighted. Oh, by the way, with character like this, the body is sometimes become too big. But if you're a cartoon character, you want to maybe just make the body a bit smaller, the head is a bit bigger. It's totally up to you. And this is her hair. Oh, this is the hard part. This is hard job to animate the hair like this. If you're just drawing a single frame, it's okay. So the eyes can be, I don't know, you can make it as realistic or as cartoony as you like. The Pixar character eyes, Pixar is doing 3D, right? But the character, the eyes is similar to Disney, I think. But people understand and recognize it as a Pixar character. Oh, let's not forget things like detail, like the necklace there. I don't know. Yeah, this is just a quick test, right? You're done with it and it's become this grease pencil. I'm just gonna save this very quickly. Doodle Caricature, I don't know, just name it like this. I want to show you something, however. This is a single drawing. Earlier today I took video of myself with the same lens, right? Just I'm pretending like saying like hello, like hello all, how are you? You wanna today maybe go to the beach or go to the park? Oh well, you know, like I move like a cartoon character, so I think this is pretty okay. One thing that maybe I could try to caricature my hands a little bit, but yeah, it's a bit uncanny, it's weird. But I can use this in Blender also. Okay, so we can get back to this. Let's bring everything, control spacebar, and we are in object mode. Select the camera. I'll show you here. If I drag this, I'm holding control and arrow, drop it here, I can see myself stretching. It's not a single image, it should be a video, so it's already moving and animating. But this also needs to be fit because I'm using this Snapchat format. Yeah, I think there's a bug there. Or maybe this is the image. This is the movie clip. I need to select my movie. Drop it there. And then fit this. Okay, yeah, I think this works. Let's save this very quickly. We have our grease pencil, right? I just want to delete this one. So we start fresh. We have our character and we can start drawing on it. Opacity might need to be increased. Oh, cannot see. Oh, this is the opacity of the grease pencil. Select our camera. Yeah, I can draw this way. Okay, so it's just a matter of drawing this guy. I like to draw the hands, so I just skip to that frame. Try to pick, you know, like the important frame. This is okay. This guy have weird hair in the morning. But yeah, let's get into it. Select our grease pencil stroke, draw, start drawing. Back to our drawing canvas. Vertical portrait mode is good for Snapchat and TikTok. It feels more personal, you know. It's more in your face. It's like the character is holding the camera. Whoa, if you are ever face this, just click on the camera. Shift middle mouse drag does this. Control scroll will actually scroll the animations or something. Yeah, option scroll. Yeah, this is the keyframe. We better remember what it is. 195. Okay, I'm just gonna draw a single frame. This character already have a Pixar character. I mean, all I'm doing here actually, because Snapchat already did a really great job, I just need to trace on it. When drawing, when drawing a character like this, like a Disney or Pixar eyes, don't forget to draw the top and the bottom. It's a little bit tricky. There's actually like a rules, I think. And we want to draw the eyelid. Also the eyelid, there's a rule to draw the eyelid. I should ask my friend again who used to work at Disney. Okay, the hair. I like drawing the hair part. It's a lot of freedom. Supposedly, like when you are actually doing this, if you are not using the Snapchat lens, you're using your own face character, you can have more freedom, you know. Try to caricature your face. If a character is male, I don't draw the lips too much. Just keep it simple. His nose. My face looks very linguini when using this. Okay. Here. Okay, cool. You're done there. Keep it simple there. But I like to, you know, caricature this hand. You know what's good for when drawing hands and tracing hands, and a good anime or animations to watch is Lupin. The hands of character Lupin in anime is very interesting. So, well, I'm still tracing only, so I think this is gonna be a little bit weird. He looks really long. Well, anyway, that's a single frame. When drawing and tracing, you might want to have this onion skinning. You might don't want it. You can switch it on and off here. So I'm doing this again. Okay, you want to go to the beach or you want to go to the park? Wait, okay, this pose is also kind of interesting. I can use this as a keyframe. See the eyes here is quite pleasing. I quite like this. The eyebrow actually is very important and prominent in a cartoon character. If you are using also Apple Memoji, the Memoji is also quite nice. However, this Snapchat caricature is pretty amazing. It looks really quite real. This character is losing hair. So funny. Making the neck of a real character like this is actually making it like a nice caricature. I watch a lot of anime, so I think if I were to draw this without tracing, the result is more like an anime. Let me save this option scroll. So if I, for example, if I'm drawing this character like this, okay, this is a nice pose, I can keep this. If I were to draw it freehand, I tend to draw character like this, small nose. So this is more like anime. It's based on my own memory. This is still kind of too realistic, however. So everyone grows out with a different kind of movie and experience. So character have smaller mouth, right? It's more like anime. But I also grew up with lots of cartoon, like Western style cartoon. So it depends. I mean, if I were to draw it like super cartoony, I mean, it's become like a little guy. This one is more like an adult. But let's get back to our Snapchat Pixar lens. Okay, I think if I stay, I mean, if I spend a bit more time, if I keep drawing, I will start to learn how to draw this nicer. I mean, with the lines and stuff, because you want to keep the same style throughout. Here I'm drawing it like a comic book artist without any shading. You might want to do the shading later, but I like this line art. Line art is my thing. I mean, okay, if this is like an animation, we also need to keep a similar stroke to previous drawing. This part is important here. I'm not too worried too much about this part. I mean, that's important, however. Oh, yeah, alright, I need to draw the full body, but I don't always have the patience. Okay, I actually quite like drawing the hands. Maybe I should draw the hands, turn it into proper animations. The hand of Lupin. Maybe I should actually look at this. Lupin III anime hands. Look at the hands, quite nice. Some of them actually draw it really well. Okay, this is a nice close-up. Look at the hands. It's quite cool. I don't know if it's Miyazaki or the other animators drawing the hand like this. It has a distinct look. It's a realistic, basically, but also caricaturized. Maybe I should study Lupin. maybe all the animator does is actually drawing it very loosely, you know, like this, very loose, but also keeping this part. So this is like a, I want to draw the hand like Lupin there, something like that. Oops. I keep pressing the wrong button. Save. I like that hand, feels very loose. This, okay, the eyes, it's looking like that. He's looking down because he's taking the shot from down there. The camera was being held. This part is important here, the corner. Okay, I'm drawing with the iPad and pencil. It's very slippery, so it takes time to get used to it. I have a feeling my grease pencil is too thick. That's okay. So this is just only one style. It's very Pixar like character, but there are many ways you can caricaturize a person's face. So there are endless way you can draw, but you can study this style and using it for yourself, or you make your own style. So let's see what we have so far. Go back to object mode and then control space. Maybe see how we will end up with animations the more we draw it. The interesting thing with the Snapchat one is you can see how it's changing the shading, because it's just basically deforming my face, stretching my face, but the shading is amazing. And also, yeah, the face is very believable. I think this part is also quite interesting. I can use this as a keyframe. So let's get back to tracing this. I can draw the eyes a little bit better. You really need a lot of patience to do this. I only draw like a few frames. I already started to feel tired. Oh, actually the eyelid, I forgot to draw the eyelid sometimes. This part, just keep it, the less stroke the better, because you draw less, but you still have all the informations there for your character. Okay, this part, the mouth. Okay, you also need to draw the mouth carefully. I keep the bottom part there. That's actually okay. Don't forget to draw the other ears and make a crazy hair and save another hands drawing. I used to be pretty dodgy, I mean, when drawing hands, because it's not always easy. It's not to make it convincing. I think it's like Lupin fingers like this. more or less. Draw it really loose. You can go outside of frame. You can always reframe it. This character, if it's really cartoony, his body shape will change a little bit. The hand is too big. Anyways, okay, it's okay. Yep, a little bit like that. If we look at it, okay. Control spacebar. Control spacebar. Back to object mode. This is what we got so far. How many frames we have in total? Select the camera. If you see, okay, 351 frames. If you want to keyframe, if you can just draw the keyframe and then draw the in between yourself. It's totally up to you. So you can see here I'm drawing the eyelid. Do you think it's better with the eyelid or without the eyelid? Make sure it's consistent. 350 frame. 351 frame. That's a lot. The character is rotating the camera, but anyway, you have to reference, and all you need to do is just tracing until it's completed. I'll do the rest in my own time, I guess. The final one I'll post it on the YouTube, but you got the idea. If I were to draw it from the original with my own style, the result might be different because the way you draw the nose might be different. Although you should try, I mean, if you really want to learn animations, you probably want to keep this really loose as possible, not just simply tracing. Back to this guy, object mode, drawing, control spacebar. Yeah, draw loose and draw it on a big paper. But if you're like if you're doing an animations, to get the sketch and the animations and the overall spacing and timing correctly, you don't really draw the final. I mean, you still have the mouth and everything maybe loosely, but you only need to draw this way. You know where the character's arm is, and the neck, and the expression maybe, but even that you don't need to worry too much. But what you need to worry about is what's happening next, before and after, and you want to turn on the onion skin. So maybe you want to push the motion a little bit. Like, I mean, the character is changing face, but you want to keep the pose. I think it's a lot of work. A better way, if I were to do this as 3D. Whoops! Yeah, again, I made a mistake there. Shift, not a caps lock. With a Snapchat, you can do this automatically, and you just need to do some acting, which is why a lot of people like to use their own avatar and just be as crazy as you want in front of camera, because you suddenly become more like caricature. It's not you, you know, it's just your craziness. You want to express yourself. So drawing the mouth also, it's kind of tricky. Okay, keep pressing the wrong button. Just draw the hair very quickly. If I draw the whole frame, it might take me 2 to 3 hours, I guess. That should be like a half-day job. Oops, this body. See, I like to keep it simple and loose. This motion blurring is, if you are drawing, yeah, the motion blur is cool. How you gonna draw it? It's up to you. Anyway, the character is basically high, and then rotating. I like this face over here. Keep it like 3D. If you use like a 3D animations with a model, the nice thing is that you have your character always pretty solid. If you're drawing it as a cartoon and using hands, sometimes the proportion might change and you don't want that too much. If it's 3D and cartoony, the face need to deform naturally. Keep it simple like that. There's a bit of perspective going on here with this character. You can do a little bit more. I mean, you don't need to trace everything the same exactly. You can always change the expression a little bit. It's, yeah, you know. Because it's your own artwork. I'm simplifying the eyes a little bit more. I think the face is a bit wrong here. The face shapes changes too much. There's actually an app that can turn video into more cartoony looking. I look like Jackie Chan there. Jackie Chan face is actually very cartoony. Big nose. Yeah, I think I just think of it like a comics. If it's a comic, you just need the character to point this way. You want to go to the beach. Select our stroke. Selecting the stroke, and you can see the keyframe. And you can jump between keyframe. What's the hotkey? Control. Oops. Nope. With a comic, if it's just a comic, yeah, select the stroke. Go to object drawing mode, control spacebar. Okay, U. Regarding comics, I grew up with some French and French comics, and what's the other one? Denmark, Belgian comic artists. It's pretty great. So I grew up with French and Belgian comics and also Japanese comics. I'm gonna go to the beach. This one, select the camera. When doing this, normally I don't talk too much, but since I'm doing tutorial, okay. This is another keyframe, and this is another keyframe. This is an animation. This part is important, so maybe I just draw this one more before I stop. Control spacebar. The face here definitely can be improved. We shouldn't simply just trace. This is the limitation, and I think the eyes also sometimes slightly incorrect. Still pretty good reference, and you can just trace this and it becomes an animation. It's the hand. Okay, let's draw it like Lupin, drawing the hand. Okay, do it this way. Do it very loose. I mean, some of the overlap. Yeah, I think that's okay. Maybe I should draw the hair. I don't know. Okay, back to object mode. Select the camera. Control spacebar. Control spacebar once again. This part is pretty good in terms of animating because it's like two opposite frame. You can work on it. In this one, he say like, hey, what's up? Goes around and he look at the camera and talk to the camera, and then, hey, what's up? Hey, today it's nice. You wanna go to the beach or go to the park? This is animations, I think. Two good keyframe. So there you go. That's a quick look at this really fast animation stroke. At this point, we can add noise. You know, this is crazy, but a little bit is okay. This is a noise, can be added automatically. So this become an animation. Select the camera itself, turn off. Okay, this animation, see, he's rotating around. Maybe I need to have proper background and then say, hey, what's up? Today is nice, right? Should we go to the beach or should we go to the park? Timing can be faster. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, it's an animations, but it's very limited. And mouth animations, definitely. If character is talking, you want to make this the mouth talking. Go to the park. But still, anyway, the Snapchat one is pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. You actually want this, but as a 3D, you know, like Pixar character, this is so realistic. What is this? Ray tracing? Random man? Crazy. Right. Alright, so that's pretty much it. Hopefully you find this interesting. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.